We got a big field for freshman boys. Be safe on the start. So we don't need to try to win the race in the first 100 yards. You got 3 whole laps to figure it out.
It's a long race, so you got plenty of time to get out on course.
Oh yeah, wise words have never been spoken.
Sam is starting today. He's up on the right. He will give you a 1-minute warning, a 30-second warning, and then anytime after the 10-second warning, the horn can go off. Questions?
Please make your way to the setting chute here. We gotta cheer these guys on as they.
All right, just 90 seconds. Have fun out there, guys. Be safe. 30 seconds, guys.
How many of you had an opportunity like this to first get into mountain biking?
Guys all ready? You got your right gear? 10 seconds, boys.
While things of this size don't happen with just one individual, I wanted to introduce you all to my friend Sam and show you the NICA League he started from scratch.
This weekend was years in the making for some mountain bikers in Montana. School-aged kids in western Montana got to compete in their first ever mountain bike race today, thanks to a few volunteers and a nonprofit. KPAX's Katie Miller has this story.
There's about 170 kids here on Saturday. They're in grades 6 through 12. They're racing anywhere from 6.5 miles to 17 miles. The league is part of the National Interscholastic Cycling Association. Sam Schultz is a former pro racer and helped bring the league to Montana.
Like, man, is anyone gonna show up? Do people want to do this? Are we gonna be able to fundraise to make this happen and stuff? And you know, people ended up coming out of the woodwork.
50 plus volunteers helped out in Lolo. Doug Simpson is a former coach from Pennsylvania and says he got involved as soon as he heard people wanted to start a league here. Thanks for volunteering.
Oh, I think it's great. You can see the races coming behind us. It's just great to see another environment for them to expand in. And Montana is such an outdoor community that this just naturally fits in with the lifestyle of Montana.
Seems like you love mountain biking, so part of why you would start a NICA League is to share that love with the next generation.
I'd say that's pretty accurate. Well, I did start the process at one point and like quit because I was like, this is too much.
I found this story to be a great example of what we can achieve with mountain biking when we focus our energy on what's important in the big picture.
Man, could definitely be a lot worse.
Eating the muffin.
Rather than yet another generation of loner riders like Sam or myself, the story of the Montana NICA League is also that of a renowned rider creating a new movement that establishes mountain biking as a legitimate user group within their state.
I think it's gonna be perfect.
Cool.
It's all coming together.
Oh yeah, I took him up there. He says he was 13, but he was 12.
The first race that I ever did was when I was 13. Oh man, I've got the most vivid memories of that race. It's crazy, you know.
And it was up at Big Mountain. It was the end of the season. There was 2 riders in his class, and he was hooked.
I remember this one descent. It was like a little bit slick, steep, muddy, and it was just survival for me out there.
It was a little hectic.
I remember how nervous I was and how big of an experience it was. It was a pretty straightforward race, but it was epic in my mind, you know?
He had to wait a whole season before he could start, but he started training, and yeah, he did. Awesome. It was really fun.
Sam is extremely humble about his own racing accomplishments.
Sam, you found out recently you've been invited to join the Olympic team this year.
Yeah.
That's got to be like super exciting.
Oh man, yeah, I'm really psyched.
Founding this NICA League will continue to grow the sport that found him on the top step of the podium when the first ever professional race was held in the state of Montana.
The hometown hero Sam Schultz over a full minute ahead of his own teammate, winning the race in under 1 hour and 19 minutes.
How's it feel, Stars and Stripes national champion?
Oh man, it feels amazing. It was awesome out there.
Besides the win, Schultz was equally as excited about the success of the event that marked the first professional mountain biking race in state history.
It's a huge success, you know. I mean, I guess Missoula's been itching for an event like this.
Brake, bleed, bolt, don't move or touch.
I lost a brake, bleed, bolt. So I salvaged it from that. And I have been really lazy, so it's been a while now.
Yes. Yeah. What's this trail called?
Basically just like Mosey Trail up to Crazy Canyon and top of Sentinel.
Okay.
And back down.
Super mellow post-work ride?
Yeah, just a quick hit from the house, you know?
Cool.
When Sam started racing, just him and another kid would go to the local races.
It was adult races that they tag a junior race onto.
Okay. Oh man, it is pretty good paragliding condition.
Oh, Sam's new love. Does your bike ever get mad on you for cheating on it with the paraglider?
I think it appreciates the brake. That's Lolo Peak, and so that's where that race is this weekend. We had practice with the Missoula and Bitterroot teams last night there. And I went and rode with kids and checked it out. It was pretty good. Did a warm-up lap, and then the kids did 2 hot laps.
How are the kids looking?
Oh, they're looking good.
Cool.
Yeah, it was a little bit loose yesterday, so I'm pretty happy about this moisture. Make it a little bit less sketchy. Trying to cater to middle school kids that are brand new to mountain biking, you know?
Middle school?
Yeah.
I thought these were high school.
It's both middle and high school.
Wow.
But I mean, man, the middle school kids are pretty badass.
So is there a T in your last name, or is it just pronounced like there's a T?
There's a T.
There is a T.
Okay.
I was not ready to pin.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, pretty nice. How's it going?
Good.
Right on, nice work. I did start the process at one point and like quit, because I was like, this is too much, you know, because I wasn't finding enough people to like partner with in the project, you know, and man, the hardest part was just the initial push into getting it going. You know, it's just so many hurdles, so many obstacles. You're like, this is not possible, you know, trying to get people bought into it while trying to, you know, get people to fund it and, you know, start the teams in their communities and finding the right volunteers to help. So all that stuff was like pretty hard and daunting. Hold
Try again. Oh, I'm off balance too.
Not my best, really.
I think we just GoPro back so we don't get caught in the dark. Because it's 15 minutes down and we only have like 5 minutes of light.
It'll get dark in the trees and then it'll get light again when we get out.
Yes, let's go.
But it's all, you can ride it by braille.
Sam, who's ridden this trail for 34 years.
No.
Can ride this trail by braille. We will get dropped. Oh, do not feel dialed.
Left. Woo. Sorry.
Stay on trail, guys.
I looked back to make sure I wasn't gonna like clip you, and I missed it.
That's a sick Yeti you got there, bro.
Come on. It's been, you know, a lot of work, but I can sneak out on rides. And
why do you want to sneak out for rides?
Because that's what I like to do. You know, it just feels better after doing it. Clears my head, and I think I do better work. You know, I'm just a happier person in general. Yeah, I guess the why is sort of hard. I've always done it, I just love it, you know, and yeah, it definitely keeps me going.
Whoa! That was sweet.
I always like that little section. It's pretty sweet to have the flexibility. I get creative with my mobile office. You know, there's been a lot of conference calls and stuff, for like training calls and all sorts of stuff that I'm, you know, not super used to, but I've gotten pretty good with the Bluetooth headset. I've been hiking up, like, if I know there's an hour-long conference call at conference call pace where I can still chime in and talk at any given point, I can walk up to the top of Jumbo and be ready to do a little paragliding flight off. All right, we're gonna hook into the right here.
That is braille, you're right. I was terrified.
It's almost better when you can't see the rocks. Nice job. We're through the darkest part. Smooth sailing. Yeah, no, I definitely try to fit in as much riding as I can with it, you know, and that's what keeps me going, and it is like definitely driving force of, you know, why I'm wanting to do something a bit more creative, you know, and also I think it's important to stay true to those roots. Like if I stopped riding and was running a bike league, that'd be not that cool, you know? Am I even like in a position to make the best product if I'm not actually in it myself?
If you've been following my channel, then you know that I am a former racer myself, but I almost never talk about racing in these videos.
How are the pre-race jitters going?
Oh man, starting a race is actually pretty nerve-wracking.
NICA has done it and they have done it right. This is great to see all these young people out here learning how to ride their bikes and really starting to enjoy it.
It's pretty gratifying when you see this field size here and kids out having fun and families together.
I mean, this is kind of like, you know, the obvious culminating visible piece to it, but it's behind the scenes where the real relationships with kids and parents riding with the kids during practices really makes a difference. And how many other sports do parents really get to take that much part in their kids'
I've never seen a
sports?
parent on a basketball court at a high school game.
Right, exactly, exactly.
At the start of this whole project, I was like, is anyone gonna buy into this NICA model? And like, at first, like the outreach to get this program started was like, you know, me with a PowerPoint presentation going around to different communities and like stuttering my way through like what NICA is and trying to explain it and sell it. And without seeing it, the production and like, you know, the camping is like pretty cool to, you know, see all the families come out here. Once they experience it, they're like, oh, this is sweet, you know, but until that, it's kind of hard to explain it, especially, you know, Montana is not a place that has a strong junior mountain bike scene, you know? Exactly. And so they're like, this isn't gonna work, you know, no one's gonna come out. And so it was kind of hard to sell people on it. You look good. You look way more legit now.
Looking red, get him! Awesome work! Get it! Nice, Ivan! GB9 racer, tear it up!
How does it feel to see Sam sort of passing the baton to the next generation?
That feels good. That feels good. I'm proud of him.
Sam's built for it. He's the dude.
He's got the energy and the like attitude to like keep everything going, keep everyone excited about it.
All the volunteers are so amazing. You know, we have such a great team that come race weekends, I don't have that much to do. Yeah, sometimes I'm just wandering around looking for something to do. So.
Kind of the story behind it too is cool, just of him wanting to provide something that wasn't here when he was that age.
Yeah.
And I mean, we got like a bunch of, our 6th grade girls was our largest girls field, so that's super cool to see those.
Do you wish you had that opportunity when you were that age?
Absolutely. I was doing other stuff, but this would have been great.
There wasn't much. It was kind of, you know, mountain bike racing in the early 90s was pretty limited for sure.
The majority of these schools that are here today, I think, have more junior high school participants.
More junior high?
I willing to bet, yeah.
Wow.
If you look at the trajectory of other leagues, like we're actually a large first-year league, the largest that there's been, not to pat ourselves on the back, but everybody just explodes.
We have like 170 something here this weekend, but you know, I could definitely see that doubling next year.
As a parent, I really want for the mountain bike opportunities for my daughter to be better than they were when I was her age. At this point, I can safely say that in Montana, there's a lot more of a mountain bike scene than there ever was in the early 90s. While I strongly believe in how important advocacy is, I really think that racing communities fostered like this one here in Montana have a very important place as well.
I like poncho.
You like poncho?
Yeah, poncho's my favorite.
You guys cheer your friends on in the race?
Well, yeah, because that's what you do. Definitely. The uphill is really long.
So what does GRIT stand for?
Girls riding together. There's a grit tent over there.
Yeah.
And there's bubble machines, like earrings, necklaces, bracelets, like all sorts of things to like get girls to like meet each other, like other girls who like to bike. And there's grit pre-rides often after our team pre-rides every before the race day.
For whatever reason, there's kind of this negativity on racing, and that it's like it's aggro and it's got to be cutthroat. And
okay, varsity behind you whenever you get a chance. Okay.
Yeah, guys, looking good.
It's been really cool to see some parents come around on that and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's been the best thing for my son or my daughter, and he just loves his NICA team. And for the girls too, and providing something that they can feel like they're a part of, and it's hard and it's challenging, and they've got people telling them they can't do hard stuff all the time, and to see them go out and race.
What's the best part of helping with the league?
The best part is, I mean, kids afterwards are just having a really good time. And it's
Nice.
like, I've had a few kids come down from the pre-ride just being like, that course was so much fun. Like those bank turns were sick, and they're like kind of going back and forth about that. And it's like, yeah, I agree. That's a really fun course. I just rode it. So I'm glad they're as excited too.
You know, there's some loose corners out there, and it's kind of fun to hear the chatter about it. You know, they're like, oh, that corner is sketchy. I don't know about that. And
You talk to these kids after the race, and they said that was so much fun.
It's the emotional side of it. It's just, it's the inclusivity part of it. Like, you know, just to see everybody cheering everybody on. It's a team against a team against a team, but those boundaries are blurred, you know? Like, we're cheering for everybody, and it's a really positive vibe and atmosphere, and, you know, festival-like atmosphere for sure.
Mountain biking is very much an individual sport, and that's why many of us love it so much. However, race scenes like this do a wonderful job of creating much more of a team dynamic and making it a more social experience. As they say, many things in life are best enjoyed with the company of others, and mountain biking shouldn't necessarily be any different.
All the research is pointing to teaching kids about appropriate risk leads to a more productive adulthood and better ability to make decisions when faced with some risky behavior of other things, you know, drugs, alcohol, that sort of stuff. So, you know, we teach them that lifelong love of stoke of the bike. You can be 80 and riding a bike.
It's a type of activity I've enjoyed my whole life, so I'm stoked that it's there for kids now in the community.
The fact that we do all this just for them is really awesome. I think they realize that too, that a lot of work goes into this, and this whole production is exclusively for them. Yeah.
If you'd like to help, we have a link to the Montana NICA League in the description below, and they are always looking for more volunteers. I want to give a big thanks to Sam and his family, as well as to Jensen USA, PNW Components, and Industry 9. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, please do hit the subscribe button below. I'll see all of you in the next video.